Are you operating on dead faith? Insanity has been defined as doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. That's what happens when you don't put your dream into action. A dream without action is insanity. In the book, Living the Virtuous Life by Orville T. Miller, there is a chapter on action. It's listed as a superpower on a spiritual plane that's guaranteed to produce results. The book was written to provide strategies to those suffering from addictions. However, the same strategies apply to winning in everyday life. So the question you must ask yourself is when? When will I get serious and get off my butt? The only thing that stands between you and your dream is action. Now I've got to ask you the following question. Have you ever found yourself filled with inspiration, brimming with ideas, and dreaming of change, only to realize that nothing seems to happen? You might have read through countless principles, strategies, or even this book itself. Perhaps you've visualized how incorporating these spiritual powers into your life could bring transformation. But let me ask you, what's standing in your way? It's one simple thing: action. No matter how much we dream, how many goals we set, or how much knowledge we gather, without action, it's all in vain. Action is the driving force behind all growth and change. Imagine trying to learn how to swim by reading books or watching videos, but never stepping into the pool. You could know everything about strokes, breathing, and technique, but without taking that first plunge, you're still standing on dry ground. We often get caught up in preparation, gathering information, making plans, thinking that knowledge alone will create progress. But progress only happens when we move. It's like having all the ingredients for a cake, but never mixing or baking them. The potential is there, but it stays unused. When it comes to breaking free from addiction, this truth becomes even more vital. Recovery doesn't happen just because you know the tools or techniques. It begins with one small, meaningful step: asking for help, attending a meeting, or simply deciding that today you won't give in. Each small action, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is a victory. It's important to remember, action creates momentum. Once you start, it becomes easier to keep going. Small steps build confidence, and confidence strengthens your resolve. Even when setbacks happen, action keeps you moving forward. Think about this. Each day presents opportunities to take small, impactful steps. Maybe it's replacing stress with a walk instead of an unhealthy habit. Maybe it's having a conversation you've been avoiding. Whatever it is, these moments of action add up. The Bible reminds us, do not despise small beginnings. Each small action is like planting a seed. You don't see the fruit overnight, but with daily care, growth happens. Action is also what transforms spiritual powers like faith and patience into forces of real change. Faith isn't just belief, it's stepping forward, even when the outcome isn't clear. Patience isn't just waiting, it's actively working toward a better future. But let's be honest, there's an enemy we all face when it comes to taking action. Its name is procrastination. Procrastination is that quiet voice in your head that says, "Not today, maybe tomorrow." It convinces you to delay, even when you know what needs to be done. Procrastination in that sneaky part of the mind that loves to put off things. It's that lazy part of the mind that we have to fight daily. Sometimes we procrastinate because of fear of failure, fear of the unknown. Other times it's because the task feels overwhelming. Standing at the foot of a mountain, it's easy to freeze, thinking about how high the peak is, instead of focusing on the first step. But here's the good news. Overcoming procrastination doesn't require dramatic change. It starts small, one action at a time. Today is where the change starts, not tomorrow, not next week, today. The journey forward is built on these small actions, one after another. Like pushing a heavy object, the hardest part is getting started. But once you begin, momentum makes the rest easier. A train takes most of its power getting started. After that, it rolls easier. So if you've been waiting for the perfect moment to take action, let this be it. Set a date. Make a commitment. Start with just one step. Because the truth is, the journey of 1,000 miles really does begin with that first step. And as you take that step, remember, Every small action today brings you closer to the life you dream of. So don't just dream. Don't just plan. Act. Show yourself and the world what you're capable of. Because when faith and action work together, they create the power to move forward. Please subscribe, share, and post a comment. Also go out and buy the book Living the Virtuous Life, 20 Practices to Reclaim Your Life.